been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of Unity 93.3 FM. That's Unity Train on this very station dial. I'm so happy to say good morning again and again and again. And I am so excited today because it reminds me of when I was a child. And so I want to say happy Children's Day today, Monday the 27th day in the month of May, the year 2024. We're reaching you live from the hills of ZINARIYA here in just North Plateau State, Nigeria. This is Unity Train on your radio and TV. Thank you so much. Gigi Adamu is my name. You can call me Kobe, and of course, I will be just fine. In the studio this morning, I am particularly very happy to announce to you someone whom you have never heard of and have never seen. She's in the studio, and she will be doing the needful. And so this morning, I'll let my sister, Mary David, to say a very big good morning to our listener and viewer right now. Mary?
A very good morning to our listener and viewer. Happy Children's Day.
All right, that's the voice of Mary, because there is no any other way to honor our children, the future of this very country, our pride in this very great country, Nigeria, than to have one of them, in the studio for Unity Train this morning. We truly appreciate the fact that God has chosen in His grace and mercy that you be children or be a child in a time as this. With all the troubles, I know that God will keep you, and know that God in His grace and mercy again will protect you. He will lead you to that divine destination, and the pains you're going through, God will take it away. Just remain what you should be as a child, because anytime soon you'll be an adult. And I pray that you will never have a childhood period that you are a child to be that which you regretted. You will not regret being a child, and you will not regret being a Nigerian child. And thank you so much. To my left hand side this morning is Professor Paveno Hedge Bamayi, that erudite public and current affairs commentator. He's coming your way with nothing less than a big good morning. Stay tuned.
Well, let me begin with you, Colby. Big good morning to you.
Good morning, Professor.
And dear Mary David, happy Children's Day. Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Viewers and listeners, a beautiful, fantastic good morning. If you're in other parts of the world that is not morning, good afternoon and good evening. This is Unity FM Radio 93.3 and Unity TV. And we are glad that you're joining us. Please invite your friends, your neighbors, colleagues, people on social media, wherever you can invite people. Tell them to join this fantastic broadcast. This is Unity Train taking us to a fantastic destination.
Yes.
We are glad that it's Children's Day. And it reminds us that every one of us was once a child. And we're still children in a sense.
Yes.
Because
to someone,
at least we're children to someone. No matter how old you are, you're still a child. But today is a special day to celebrate our children in Nigeria, May 27th. In other parts of the world, they celebrate different dates, really.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're glad in Nigeria to be celebrating on May 27th. And I think that there is something the government needs to look at before I forget. We have Children's Day, children are on holiday, but with the parents are at work.
So
I think it's an anomaly. It's not correct. Because I'm expected to go to work today. But it's Children's Day. The parents should also be given holidays so they can take care of the children. Go out with the children, play with the children, go for sightseeing and other attractions, and all that.
Give them all the time that they deserve.
But officially today is not a public holiday for us. So I think that is an anomaly. Somebody should maybe sponsor a bill so that all the parents can be on holiday on the 27th of May.
Yes.
We know that children teachers are on holiday because the children will not be there, so automatically they are on holiday. But other sectors, the private sector, and other parts of the public sector, they are not on holiday. That is an anomaly. I think that should be corrected. So who is the lawmaker that will take up that issue and present a bill so it can be corrected? Once again, viewers and listeners, let me remind you of your goals, objectives, dreams, visions for 2024. 2024 is moving very fast. And in a matter of some months' time, the year will have ended. It was just like yesterday we said Happy New Year 2024. Today is 27th May. How far so far have you gone with those goals, those visions, those objectives, those dreams of yours for 2024? Remember that time, they say, waits for no man. So we must seize the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity. Seize the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of the opportunity. Make sure your goals are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, high, down. And remember, while you're on that great goal or vision or dream for 2024, whether it's a house you're building, whether it is a big farm that you want to farm than last year, whether it's a book you're writing, whether it's an album you want to release, whether it is somewhere you want to visit around the world, whatever it is, remember there will be hindrances on the way. Remember there will be a resistance to that goal, that vision, that dream, that objective. But remember that persistence breaks resistance. Remember to perspire to acquire what keep advancing. Don't give up no matter what you're passing through. No matter the obstacles, the hindrances on the way, don't you dare give up. Keep perspiring to acquire what you require in life. If you don't acquire, don't retire, refire. And while you go about pursuing your dreams, your objectives, your goals for 2024, please remember to be the change that you want to see in the world.
That is lovely. Thank you so much, Senator. And again, I just cannot but want to again say good morning and welcome to this wonderful day, Unity Train. Of course, you know it's Children's Day, the 27th day May for us in this part of the world. We on this platform celebrate every adult who was once a child. We celebrate the pride of this great country, Nigeria. We celebrate the future of Nigeria. We celebrate the hope of our dear nation. So I pray that Almighty God will, in His unending grace and mercy, keep you, guide you, and protect you again and again. And I believe someone is saying amen somewhere. There is no better way for us to do this than to have one of you. Like I've said, Mary is already in the studio. And now, let's just begin with what we have for this very segment, which of course is the review segment. Now, the review begins with an unfortunate situation outside this country. And that's where we are starting. However, here are some of the headlines and issues that we intend to bring your way this morning on Unity Train. Over 2,000 people buried alive in massive landslide in Papua New Guinea. Again, on this same report, another one says about 670 people are estimated to be buried under a massive landslide in Papua Guinea. A UN official says that. Kano, I accept my removal. Former Emir of Gaya backs down. And still on that says Sonisi versus Bayero. Fresh protest breaks out in Kano. Prof, over to you.
Could be. I cannot but talk more about the children.
Of course, you.
Because it is Children's Day celebration. I am concerned about the implementation of the child's right in Nigeria. 42% of Nigeria's population of 223 million estimated are children below 15 years of age. 42%. 42% of our population are 15 years and below in this country, Nigeria. And yet, we have children languishing in IDP camps all over the country. We have children in captivity by Boko Haram. The Chibok girls have spent more than 10 years in captivity and they have become adults in captivity. Some of them were kidnapped when they were just 12 years old. They have become 22 years old. Those who were 15 are 25. What about the Dapchi girls? What about Leah Sharibu? A child in captivity has become an adult. And that is why something urgent must be done about 80 million children we have in this country that are 15 years and below. But what is the government doing? What are we doing to provide free education for our children? As far as I'm concerned, every child in Nigeria should go to school free of charge. When we went to school, it was free.
Yes.
But look at the present generation.
So
they have to pay.
We are growing the other way instead.
We are growing backwards. We are going back to even beyond pre-colonial era. We are returning back to the primitive Stone Age. Now, our children cannot go to school because if they go to public school, the public schools are not only underfunded, they are understaffed. They have no infrastructure. You see children sitting under trees to learn. You see children seated on the floor. You see children in dilapidated buildings. Some of those public schools don't have toilets, could be. And then you go to some of those schools, no toilet. A whole school, no toilet. In fact, come today, I will take you around schools, you will see, they have no toilets. And children have to enter the bush to ease themselves. What if they're bitten by snakes? What about all manner of diseases and infections they can get because they go there in between feces here and there and urine here and there? They will go and deposit their own also in the midst of the many feces around. What if they're kidnapped on their way, to the bush to ease themselves? I think that the local governments, state governments, federal governments should do something urgent about the education of the child. I know you're going to be hearing more about this, viewers and listeners, from the children themselves. But let me say it as an educationist and as somebody who has seen, maybe, will I say, the better Nigeria, and I'm seeing the worst of Nigeria, and I ask myself, can it be worse than it is now? With the dilapidation we're seeing. Do you know, I visited a school, and you wonder, is this a death zone or a school? The ceilings are falling down, the walls are cracked, and children are in that school. Can you imagine?
That's a situation. Absolutely.
It is a pathetic situation. And today, on Children's Day, we're calling on all our political leaders. We're calling upon your local government chairpersons, councillors in our local governments, members of the House of Assembly, Plateau State, around the nation, governors, His Excellency, Your Excellency, Caleb Manasseh Mutfong, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all political office holders and public servants, please, we must do something urgent about the education of our children. Otherwise, we're sitting on a time bomb. Could be. I used to drive around, not only in other cities and other parts of the country.
Yes.
We have millions of children, even today. I saw them on my way to the studio, who don't attend any school. They're just on the streets. They're hawking, or they're begging, Oh, they're just running around, playing, no future ambition. They're not enrolled in any school. This is a time bomb that we're sitting.
Prof, and this is for the ones whom have not gotten any opportunity to be sent to school. But Prof, again, there's another angle to this that I'm sure you know. That there are those who, are given the opportunity to school, but they refuse because they feel education, again, is a scam, they say to it. They don't believe in the benefit for one to, have school education. Maybe because a lot have gone through schools, graduated, and there is no job. And so they feel school is a scam. All of this put together, you see, is an issue. A child will not just wake up and refuse to school, if not for something. That's another issue again to this.
This is where the parents come in. Do these children have parents? Every child has a parents. The parents might be late, or something has happened to them, but there are guardians. They have uncles, aunties. They have people who are looking after them.
Yes.
They are responsible to inculcate discipline in these children, ensure that they attend school, and tell them that schooling is not all about getting a white-collar job. Education is a weapon. If you're an educated businessman, you will do business differently.
Education
you're an educated
is a
trader,
weapon.
you will do your trading differently. You're an educated driver, you will drive differently. Around the world, we have people with degrees, masters, PhDs. They're taxi drivers.
Yes.
And they're different, they're unique. Because they bring in their education into their taxi driving.
Exactly.
They bring in their education into their trading. They bring in education into everything they're doing.
What about that Akara?
The graduate Akara seller.
Yes.
The young lady who was a graduate but started selling Akara, and they call her Akara, graduate Akara. And she was diligent, continued in it. After a few years, God had mercy on her and promoted her. She's a multi-millionaire today as we're talking. She has graduated from being a graduate Akara seller to a multi-millionaire, business woman today.
That's what it is.
But she started from somewhere.
Yes.
So even if you're doing massa, that massa can be a graduate massa. You can bring in some innovation.
Yes.
Like a young man did in Maiduguri. People rush there. The young man is in millions. As far as I know, he's still making the massa, but he has expanded it. He has become an employer of labor.
There's a way you will do it.
There is a way you do it. So don't think that education is all about getting a government job to sit in the office and be writing on files, and sit on one table the whole day, or be in a bank or something.
So a lady was in that hospital. She was there. Like, can you package the tomato for me? And I knew. Now I realized. Oh, she must be an educated tomato seller.
Yes.
And now she packaged the whole thing, and she thought of visiting hospitals, institutions, just to package it and supply.
Absolutely.
That's lovely. And the way people are doing their snacks at Jute. These are people that have gone through.
Educated.
They are educated.
It is going to be hygienic.
Yes.
Because they are educated.
Oh my.
Even the packaging will show you that this is a graduate. It's an educated person. Yes. Even the presentation. Yes. Even the way it is.
The way they relate with customer clients.
Even the way they relate with the customers and the clients will be fantastic because they are educated.
Oh my, Prof,
this is why education is very vital. Our children must be educated. About my city of Kano engulfed in some bit of crisis.
Yes.
And what is the problem? The news that has been trending all these days. 2019 Emirate Council Bill of Kano State Government repealed, and a new law has come into effect that dissolves all the 5 Emirate councils and collapses them into one Kano Emirate, with the headquarters there in Kano with one emir. Others can be district heads. And it came into effect immediately. The Kano State Governor, Abba Yusuf, signed it into law after the House of Assembly had already, brought about that law. That was last week. Now, 5 emirs have nowhere to go. There are no more emirs overnight. And that is a problem. And so there are supporters from both sides, those supporting the former emirs and those who are in support of the new emir, who is not new but new again after 4 years.
Yes.
His Royal Highness Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. Now, there was a little fracas. And even as we're talking now, there is tension in Kano. And this is expected because history is repeating itself. When something like this happened in 1981, that's about 33 years ago, when Abubakar Rimi added 4 other emirates, making them 5 emirates, reducing the power of the emir of Kano, there were protests. 34 people lost their lives, including the political advisor to Abubakar Rimi, Dr. Muhammad Bala Bauchi, that was killed by hoodlums and hooligans. And that law was repealed by the successor to Abubakar Rimi. And they went back again to square one, and with one emir of Kano. It's the same thing. History is repeating itself. We're going back again. After having 5 emirates, now we are back to one emir of Kano. Now, is the crisis going to solve the problem? No. Some people might feel maybe there was injustice. They have the right to feel that way. Some people feel that it is justice. Some people feel this should not have happened. There is a lot of political interference in the traditional institution. And they might be right. But our appeal is for peace.
That's it.
The people of Kano, please, sheath your swords. Violence is not going to help any one of us. Already, some people have gone to court. Let's use the courts to air our grievance. Protesting on the streets, mayhem on the streets, destroying lives and properties is not going to help us. The best thing to do is, if you are grieved, go to court. Explore legal means of addressing and redressing the situation and getting justice. That is what should happen.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
And let's comment about Plateau. Today is Children's Day, but I noticed that there is still lack of compliance around Terminus area.
All right.
I think probably because of what happened last week, and the law enforcement agencies have relaxed, and so the people are seizing the opportunity to still sell things indiscriminately, along the streets, and it is not good. Please stop selling things on the road. Clear that Terminus area and other places. Please obey the government. To obey is better than sacrifice.
Yes, though it might take a little while, but of course we still call on the people to do what they ought to do, because it's a law, and it has come to stay, and it is for our good. And so please, the people in Terminus and other places, please, let's just support the effort of the government of the day.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll not regret doing that.
Disobeying the law is not going to change the law. The fact that you're disobeying it doesn't mean that the law will be repealed because of your disobedience. Now, if you are caught, you're arrested, you're prosecuted under the law, you're sentenced, they will say, oh, the government is wicked. They'll say, oh, we don't know why they're doing this, they're persecuting us, and all manner of things. But you've been told again and again, because these traders have been told in English, they have been told in HAUSA, they have been told in the local languages, What else do you want the government to do? Which other language do you want the government to use to talk to you that don't put your goods on the streets? Don't be selling things on the streets. Don't be blocking the roads. Clear up the roads. What else do you want the government to do? Do you want the government to come and beg you and kneel down on the road and plead with you and beg you and cry
and I'm
before
sure
you obey?
the governor can do that himself. That's what it is.
Can do that, but would they even obey?
That's it. So thank
They
you.
will not obey. That's the problem. You know, people who cannot obey simple instructions, no matter what you do, they've made up their minds that they will do whatever they feel like doing. And this is not good. This is not good because it shows that we are the architects of our own problems in this country. We blame the politicians, we blame our political leaders, we blame public office holders of corruption, but this is a manifestation of corruption when you cannot obey the law. And then you're blaming the politicians, but you're also part of the problem of the country.
Thank you very much, Prof, for taking us on such a wonderful and fantastic ride. It's time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill law, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?
So much. I'm so glad to say welcome back. This is Unity Trend on Unity 93.3 FM, Unity TV. Asia Damo remains my name, my viewer, and my listener this morning. It's Children's Day, and you know, there is no way we will not have children dominate the air even this morning. And so, I am so honored to introduce another child who is here to represent the rest of the children that we have in this great country, Nigeria. And he is Press Increase Bamayi. He has a presentation, and once it's done, I will introduce my guest who is seated to my right-hand side. Praise, say good mornings to our listener and viewer.
Good morning, listeners and viewers.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's have your presentation this morning.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the importance of children to a nation.
Okay.
So first of all, children are individuals below the age of 18.
Okay.
So Children are pride to the nation because they represent continuity. Because if a nation does not have children, then it has no future.
Oh, great. That's lovely.
True.
They're the future leaders of our nation because they are capable of becoming the president, governors, senators, and other leaders.
I love that. I love that.
So any nation that does not take care of her children has no future.
Oh, that's lovely. Wow, 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 wow.
Children will grow up to take care of their parents, especially in old age. So if the parents don't train up their children, then the children will not end up taking care of them.
Wow, that's great.
We must educate our children to secure our future.
True.
If we abandon our children, they can end up becoming a menace or nuisance to the society, like terrorists and kidnappers.
I see, I see.
The children learn easily, so it is important for you to train them properly so that they will not go the wrong way. So the government should make education free for children.
Wow.
Wow. I love that. You done?
Yes.
It's lovely. I love this. And I just want to say thank God that Praise Increase Bamayi is in the studio and he came in to make this wonderful presentation. I'm so happy about it. I truly appreciate the fact that you honor our invitation to be in the studio this morning. Thank you. All right, to my right-hand side to discuss a topic that has to do with children this morning is Comrade Lawrence Zongo, right activist. And we'll be looking at a topic, securing the child today. And I will let him say a very big good morning to our listener and viewer.
Good morning, listeners. Good morning, viewers.
Okay.
Happy Children's Day to everyone.
Lovely. Now, I'm so excited. This is because I have Praise Increase to my left and I have an activist, to my right. So, I'm covered. So, what do we have in terms of children and their rights?
This my brother Praise said a lot of things that motivate me to say a lot.
All right.
That first look at all what he said is in the Nigerian Constitution section 18 that give that right to child to have free education.
Free education.
Free education. 1999 Constitution as amended. There is actually right to education for children, and also the Child Right Act give that assurance, and it has been domesticated since 2003. But these things, are they following it? The government keeps silent. I remember during the previous time we have the public schools, which is actually for everyone, but you'll be surprised. You won't see the son of the governor, the son of the commissioner of education, the SUBEB chairman, even the headmaster or those teachers. Their children are not there. Just because the education system is not quality, is not well secured, is not well they know they're giving rubbish to that place. They take their children to a private school. And you remember this former governor, Yahya Bello, that even paid advance school fees in the private schools in dollars. What are they doing? This is what they can do. I so much believe that with this governor, he will show us something, a very good example. I know maybe he may not have a child. Barrister Caleb Mufan should show a very good example to take any of his grandchild to a public school so that they should give their best. They've been on strike. I went to other schools. They're on strike. School's supposed to be safe for everybody. School's supposed to be a medium for everyone. But one thing again, the school is not safe. Government schools are not safe. The Chibok girls that were being kidnapped in school. Why not they didn't go to a private institution?
Yes.
But they're going to what? Public institution that belongs to the government. These are technical way. They're doing it is actually is a plan work.
All right.
They just plan it to ensure to see that these poor masses who don't have the privilege to take their children to the private school. And if I will call on the government to ban all private schools in Nigeria, let's concentrate on government-owned institutions from the primary to the university. Right. I went to LA Primary School, Chinya, in Miango, where we sat down, we learned. And today we're somebody. Why not they should improve that? By then there was no private school. They were teaching us. But why are they doing that? Why this deliberate act today? Why private schools pay money in dollars and children are suffering, the children are not secure? And the bad thing that we're to record, quoting from Amnesty International today, we have about, in Plateau, say 282 children were killed by terrorists. And how many of them displaced from the record? Not fewer than 3,000 were displaced from their homes, and 13,000 of their parents completely displaced, all in an IDP camp. I went to some of those IDP camps. They are all in school. Okay. They placed them in Mangu, in one pilot primary school, Mangu, where children are schooling there, putting the children at risk of attacks. These attackers can go to that school. But I don't know what the governor is supposed to look into all these places. The government is supposed to own an IDP camp where it's safe from children, not to put children at another risk. Again, taking them to school, and they're not going to school. Most of the IDPs, they're not in school. Is it in Bakos? Is it in Barkinladi? Some of them going for mining because there's no food. We interview some people. Well, they're going for mining. There's no food for them. So it's so very alarming. It's so very dangerous. The child in Nigeria is actually in trouble. His right is not being respected. His right has been discriminated. His right has not been considered. The Nigerian constitution is becoming a storytelling that someone don't follow it. Someone don't abide with it. They even abide in the Quran and the Bible more than the constitution, which the constitution is supposed to be the key, what to use. They will tell you that, no, this is what the Bible says, this is what. But are they following? Who were those people that make the constitution? That you will not follow it. You would like to follow the principle of your religion and forget what the constitution says, who's supposed to be our guiding and binding law.
Well, honestly, you have made it clear, and I think you're standing with Praise Increase Bamayi, saying that he gave us something. Though he says, if a nation does not take care of its children, then it's bound to face a lot. Now, you have also established that children are not finding it good at the moment in this country. Not all children, and in fact, according to you,
they are discriminated.
Yes, and so how does it tell of our future as a country?
Nigeria will still continue to have a dangerous future if they would not take a swift action to these challenges being mentioned. And one of these that I've been appealing to the federal government, most especially to children who have been displaced, who have been faced by this armed conflict, terrorist attack, that are now orphans as a result of all these attacks. Government should establish a free education system for these children, whereby not the kind of one that they will just say is a public school, with complete meal for them. Some cannot even go to school because there is no food. Right to food should be a right for the child. The child should have access to food. If actually they want to comment the Section 33 to right to life in the Nigerian Constitution, there must be food.
Okay, because without food,
there is no life. So the child needs food to go to school. First, they should ensure free food, free meal. I know during the past administration of the president, they made some effort to that, but it's just that to steal money and pocket it and run away. But it was not practical, because I moved to some of the schools to see that the food is not actually well balanced. But the governor, let's look at our state. The governor is, we respect him. He's someone that the state loves him so much. He came under the sympathy of people, under the sympathy of failure, and we're trusting that he is not going to inherit failure. Let him not going to inherit bad governance, so that he should not be emphasizing the previous government were bad. He should be, as a legal practitioner, we respect him. He should take swift action and look into the constitution, strictly and ensure children's rights to education. Because if they're not well educated, they are denying them right to freedom of expression. Ask this my brother here. He's in private school. Why not bring someone from the public school? Why not? I'm not saying that it's bad or what, but why they should make an effort to see someone from the product of the government.
Yes.
How can we be proud of them? Why not? We will go there, ask them to spell, ask them to read. They don't do it because they are not given the writing. I said it. My findings is clear. Headmasters of public schools, their children are in private school. The Commissioner of Education, he should come and answer this. His grandchildren, his children, all of them. Maybe he has even paid school fees. Even the governor, maybe has paid advanced school fees for his children outside Nigeria. That's how they used to do. We need to tell them, we want to see the children of the governor in one LA primary school in Mungu. They are going with their blue uniform, sitting with other children. I will say that yes, the governor is practicing what he's doing, what he has offered to the state. He's doing it to his children, to his grandchildren, to everybody. You see, this will be nice and perfect.
I think I love what you just pointed out now. Why is it that we did not invite a child from the public schools, so that they would just come and show us what they are made of from the public schools? So this is a challenge, right? And then, but then, how do you describe this? How do you describe the situation of Nigerian child at the moment?
Nigerian child is not safe. The child is not safe. Majority, because it's the majority are in the public school. It's only few individuals. I went to some of these private schools, you see maybe 12 or maybe 22 in one class. No, the one we went were more than 50 in one class. And now, even upon that, they said we're going on strike. Strike have been a threat to this system of education in Plateau State, Nigeria. And that of Plateau State is actually becoming worse. I visited some of the schools. It's something that I have photos, videos, seeing these children playing around, no school. What happened? Our children, our teachers, they will tell you, our auntie, our uncles, they're going for screening. Why not use a day for screening different before going? And the challenge is also presently terrorists, the terror groups, making it so very scary for children to go to school. I have an instance in Mengo where a young girl was raped by Fulani. We reported this to the government, but the government kept silent. From one village in Basa local government called Ariri, she's on her way to school. What if the school government has a bus with good security, take them to school and take them back home? This will not happen. She's taking like almost 6 to 7 kilometers to another place called Pachudu GSS, Jebu Miyangu, to go to school. And this young girl of just, thank God he defined who is a child, she's around 16 years. So she's still a child. And I wonder what happened, why? That's how she was defined, her first time knowing a man, a Fulani. She asked, who are they? How will you know that she's Fulani? She described how the people are. They rape her, they gang her, rape. Nothing has been done to this young girl. She's now saying, I asked her, what do you want to be? She wants to become a nurse, but she's afraid of going to school. So we lost one.
This is one example of the very many incidents going on with children in Nigeria.
Of what happened to this girl. We are calling on the government to make sure the child is well secured. If the child is well secured, we have a better, brighter future. Tomorrow we will not have issues with our children saying that they are becoming rascals. It's not their fault to see someone at the age of 18, 22 is become a criminal, a thief, a terrorist, or any other thing. It's government failure. They fail to ensure this child is good from the childhood. They refuse to raise him. They did that intentionally. It's an intentional act from the past.
How is it intentional?
Because they refuse to follow the Constitution. They know it. They read the Constitution, but they don't want to follow it. They don't want to know that, yes, the child should go to school. To have a very good, conducive environment for education system. They lack the education system, so they will go into terror acts. So it's government failure that contributed to terrorism in Nigeria.
Oh, is that?
Yes.
So you see terrorism as a failure of government to have followed duly implement
yes,
the constitution in terms of education.
To implement its policy on education as in regard to Section 18 of the Nigerian Constitution, Section 18 of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution as amended.
Now, if you're given the opportunity, Comrade Lawrence Zongo, what would you do to fix this whole issue?
If I will be the governor of the state, the governor should not be afraid. I will not go and do any coup to remove him. But the first thing that I would like him to follow, one of my first steps, is that to make education, the public school, suitable, balanced for everybody.
What do you mean by suitable? Is it when there are chairs? Because a lot of them are sitting on seats on the floor.
Quality materials. Yeah, even having good chair is something good. Go to those private schools and see them. Good chair, everything is available. They have time for their meal. They have time to play. They have time to do all recreational activities. And also, if I'll be the governor of the state, I will ban all private schools. Everyone will maintain the public school. And we'll make sure provide everything. Everything will be available. I will say, come, for all things are now ready. Things will be ready for the child. Because I know the importance. Some of them know, but they don't want to follow it. And I'm very sure the governor knows all these things. Let's just give him more years to correct the past within those 1 year. After these children, they were expecting the governor to make a state of emergency immediately to implement and ensure such policy are well guided.
All right. You will make sure that public schools are given a priority so that every child in Nigeria will be able to have a good environment to learn. Okay, but then you said a little about the recent governor, or past administration of Lalong. How would you compare, in terms of children's giving attention to children? Well, this is just about a year in office for His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh-Mutfwang. But of course, do you see anything like going to be good attention given to education?
Yeah, I think the past administration is a grave mistake of abusing child rights, that they were voted. Unfortunately, he's also a lawyer and he knows those things. I think during his tenure, through my recordings and challenges about children, we have no fewer than 7,000 children being displaced, all in a separate IDP camp, and at least 3,500 children were killed in 8 years of inspiration. I think this is something that I was gathering initially, doing the findings on that, to call on government and to petition the government in such areas. The past administration is worse. I think the present administration now, we are calling him to make necessary correction from the past governor.
Okay, you learn from the mistakes of the
learn from the mistake, not to inherit the mistake.
All right.
I think one time the SUBEB chairman was lamenting, was the past government, I said, you should keep quiet. Is the government inheriting bad governance?
Okay.
You're supposed to correct from the bad governance, not to say that they've inherited. Are they inheriting bad governance, or is the governor is to inherit bad administration?
But Comrade Lawrence, it's not as if the past government were not there to ensure or give attention to education of our children. Probably it was because of security challenges in some part in the villages, I think, because the city experienced at least relative peace during that 8 years.
Who caused the security challenges? Who are behind it? It's the government. What is their basic primary assignment in the Constitution? Secure life and properties of every individual.
All right.
It's there.
Okay, so I get it now real good, that it's not the person of the last, administration, but it is the government, right?
Yeah.
That you are actually pointing.
The government failed in protecting life and properties of its citizens is there in their constitution, in our own constitution.
So security challenges is government's failure.
It's government failure. They know the apparatus to use. We've paid our taxes. We do everything possible for them to do. Even the farmer there, before going, they say, pay tax before one sell something.
Yes.
And then the farmer is not well secured. And this is what they will sell and go and pay school fees for their children. And the government school is supposed to be free. They pay school fees. I ask. Even some government secondary school, they pay more than 6,000 to 7,000 naira. And they'll ask them pay some charges. Even with the LEA primary school that we did that we know was 100% free. They'll give us textbooks, exercise books, but now they're paying. They're paying school fees. They ask them to pay money for common entrance, almost 5,000 naira. To pay money. I have to source data.
Okay, let us talk a little about orphans, because you made mention also about the insecurity or the security challenges that we are having in some part of the states, talking about Plateau State. And of course, this is something you're having it all over the country. Yes, has brought about the proliferation of lots of orphans. And when you talk about orphans, you're talking about children in most cases. And some of them are not only fatherless, they don't even have father nor mother, or even any other relations from their families. They're the only one who survives some of these attacks. And so, how do you describe again the situation now talking about orphans?
The orphans, as I earlier said, this should be solid responsibility of still the government. We have the social welfare unit in each and every local government that they're supposed to identify. Go to the social welfare. Let me give an instance of my own local government. There was a day I went there, even the seat is even dusty. That's my own local government.
Okay, they actually have chairs, seats.
But it's even dusty to know that nobody is going there to make complaint. Or they're inviting people to interview them, to ask them questions. And if I come here, this place is dusty. That
then
means
it simply means no one has been using it.
No one has been using it. But when
that
you
is
see
forensic.
It's clean, you know that something is going on here. But you go there, the table is even dusty, the chair is even dusty. You know, nothing is good. Just last 2 weeks, I was there. And sometimes you see the gate is even locked. No one, the staffs are not even there. The local governments. So the thing that is going on today, even the social welfare, they only wait months ending, collect salary, go and sleep. Nobody checkmate them at the local government level for them to do the right thing. They're all set of people who define corruption as a means of celebrating it.
Again, you're talking about how all of these things affect the school education. Now, you're talking about, do you blame the staff? Do you blame the workers? They have to travel all the way from one end to the other, and the roads are not motorable. And now their salaries have not been increased for a very long time, and what they spend is more on transportation fare alone is more than what they earn at the end of the day as their salaries. So do you blame them?
Yeah. You've agreed to do the work. You've accepted it. There are some works I accepted to do it. No one is paying me. I'm doing that. I've just to volunteer. Going out to some IDP camps to go and take record to see how children are doing. I do it for free.
Okay.
I transport myself for free. I know I should not just compare myself. Maybe my other earning will cover for it. But for instance, you've accepted the work. You know what it is before accepting it. If you know that the work is not, leave it. Someone will come and do it. If they can't do the work, there are people who need it to manage it the way it is. But the government again is supposed to take an action to calculate how the hardship of the economy, to increase their salary. I'm not actually against that they should increase someone's salary or what, but if the welfare of these people is not actually okay, it's government failure.
Again?
Yes.
You're back to government again.
Yes, if actually the welfare of the staff is not, it's there in the Constitution. Everything I'm saying is not in the Bible, it's not in the Quran. If the welfare of this, because they're after their welfare, if their welfare is not adequate, we blame the government. Because how much are they receiving? How much is the governor receiving? How much is the State House of Assembly receiving? How much is the chairman of the local government receiving? Why are they discriminating those offices than those working as a staff? They should make it equal presentation.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence Zongo, an activist. I would prefer to say the man without agenda. Yeah. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and coming to the studio of Unity 93.3 FM. It's time for us to go for another commercial break. Please, our viewer and listener, stay tuned. We'll be right back. When we come back, Lawrence Zongo will say something again and again.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here.
Thank you so much for staying tuned with us on this station, Unity 93.3 FM, Unity TV. We're reaching you live from the hills of ZINARIYA, as usual, here in just North Plateau State, Nigeria. Remember, Plateau is the home of peace, and for us, on this very station, is the voice of reason. In the studio, earlier on at the first segment of the program, it was Professor Proveno H. Bamayi. But the most recent segment of the program, Unity Trend, it has been to my left, Praise Increase Bamayi, and to my right, Comrade Lawrence Zongo, an activist. We've been talking securing the child. That's what it is this morning. And now is the last segment of the program. I will be happy if you join us on our Facebook page. Drop your comments and I'll get to read them when the time comes at Unity Radio FM/TV. Just at Unity Radio FM/TV. Just drop your comment on our Facebook page. So, if you want to send us an SMS, do that via this very number, 0808 478 9999. For text messages again, 0808 478 9999. And for live studio line, 07032353315. I would love to say a very big good morning to Mr. Christian Izon Fadi, all the way from Bayelsa, and to take up his engagement with College of Accountancy, Kwal. I say welcome to Jos, Mr. Christian, and I pray that your engagement with College of Accountancy will be fruitful, and your colleagues as well and fellow students. Thank you. All right, let's just hear what Mr. Lawrence would say as regards the solutions to all of those issues that he has raised concerning the education of our children and how best we can secure them. I'll give him some few minutes out of your time, and then I begin to pick your calls. Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah, I think government to continue to shift into action and ensure children are well being protected, their rights are being respected, and they should end all forms of discrimination against children, and children from the rural community, those from the city, should be given equal treatment. They should have access to equal education system. They should have access to equal health system. They should have access to equal schools, education. Everything should be equal to end all form of discrimination against children. This will actually shows that the government knows what they are doing. And also to mark this day, Children's Day, tomorrow we have a team group of civil society and others joining the Sarina Initiative for Peace and Justice and Development, CJAP, with global rights, and to take in action of the National Day of Mourning. We are going to remember some of these children, their parents, they were killed. The movement will take a walk from Secretariat Junction down to NUJ, where we'll have a press release and call on certain attention to government. If you have interest in it, please come to be there tomorrow at the Secretariat Junction by 9 o'clock a.m. Then we'll meet and discuss more things that we're supposed to do for the rights of people in Plateau State. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Lawrence, an activist, for coming to the studio again and again. He remains in the studio, but in a moment, there is, in a glance, under the distinguished leadership of His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfang, the noble momentums of the time is now administration has garnered notable attentions. Within a brief year, Barrister Mutfang has demonstrated exemplary visions and fortitude, profoundly enriching the lives of Plateau State's populace. Noteworthy among his achievements is the substantial transformations witnessed in the city of Jos, formerly perceived as a provincial administrative center, but now adorned with unprecedented developments, testament to Barrister Mutfang's discerning stewardship. Central to his administrations is a profound understanding of the populace needs, which serves as the guiding principle in every endeavor. The challenges confronting Plateau State, though formidable, were not unsurmountable, owing to its abundant humans and material resources. What was imperative was the requisite leadership of effectively harnessed these resources. The regrettable years of stagnations are now being replaced with resolute determinations to restore Plateau State to its revered status as the home of peace and tourism. My divine blessings continued to illuminate the path of His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfang as he steadfastly endeavors to uplift Plateau State. Grateful acknowledgement is extended to Honorable Felix Aponko JP, representing the Igbo community, for his invaluable contributions powered by Felix Aponko JP from the Igbo community. Well, is in a glance coming from Honorable Felix Aponko JP. Thank you so much for it. Now you can call us on 07032353315 is the studio line for you to be a part of it. If you call, just tell me your name and locations. You go straight up in 1 minute. Let's have your submission. I'll be very happy if you stay away from comments and statements that have in their capacity to undermine the integrity of an individual or group of individuals. And again, my guest in the studio should not be confronted. There is no way you will do that. What we buy in here is the vision of promoting peaceful coexistence. So please, let's just begin. 070-3235-3315. Happy Children's Day once again. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kubi.
Thank you.
Good morning, guest in the house.
Thank you so much.
My name is Ude Duos.
All right.
From Terminus.
Mr. Kingsley Barnabas, I believe.
Yes, my brother. Yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, my brother, you see what I want to say. Permit me to say all our children in Nigeria happy Children's Day.
All right.
I remember those days when we wash our school uniform. I did it in Chakola. We will carry flag, we go and do matches to know who will be the first or the winner.
Yes.
But today, I don't think that all those things is good. So permit me also to say happy Children's Day to my first daughter, Jane, and my children, Tony and Sophia, Eric and Desmond.
All right.
I'm wishing them happy birthday. Happy Children's Day.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Then, what I want to say is, you see, many thousands of children are perishing out of school children. And what our Nigeria government is saying is to change national anthem. Changing national anthem is really going to bring change in Nigeria that will make poverty to disappear, to make hunger and killing and kidnappers and bandits to disappear. When we are talking important things like this, government is also supposed to even talk about changing of I pray in Nigeria, my country, to be faithful. Why they want to change it? Because how many of these politicians are loyal to defend our country?
Yes.
They are not. All they are after is their pockets. They are to loot Nigeria money.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
So may God help us, help our country, help our Nigeria, help us to help us too. Because my prayer is for him to better for Nigeria.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
So thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. You can be a part of it. 070-3235-3315. In 1 minute, let's have all of it from you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Mohammed calling from Masu.
You're calling from Adamawa State?
Yes.
Oh, that's
thank
good.
You. I want to wish our children happy birthday. But the question I want to ask are the children happy?
All right.
I believe all know the answer. This kind of relationship that we are having in this country, I don't think our children are happy. And I want to agree with Kingsley Barnabas regarding the solution.
All right.
In the national family, I want to change the national approach. After the time, we all want to do. And regarding the conflict that is going on, regarding the
Yes. Yes. Are you there? All right, I think it's a drop call. We lost that call. Well, thank you for calling us all the way from Adamawa State here in 032353315. You can be a part of it. All we care is that you support our efforts to bring about sustainable, peaceful coexistence, not only for us in Plateau, but of course Nigeria and Africa at large and the world over. Be a part of it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. TV.
Thank you for calling.
And the children and the guests in the studio.
You're welcome.
God continue to bless you for your video.
Amen.
This I don't usually from this studio.
Adomi, thank you for calling.
I want to say happy Children's Day.
Same to you.
Mr. TV, what I want to say this morning is, we just made mention of it, and we always say this. You see, our leaders must bring back their children to our local schools. You see, our small schools. Our leaders can bring back their children to the school. The issue of even adoption and kidnapping will stop. Because when all those schools were being secured, you understand? How will you see if you see you are sitting with the son of the governor? After all, you are all human beings. After all, you are all one Nigerian. So our leaders must bring back their children and school abroad. Let them prioritize education in Nigeria.
All right.
By that, you see that the standard of education will change. And you see, what I want to say is, back then, there is a song I always love when we go to see. We shall make Nigeria a great nation. We shall make Nigeria a great nation. You understand?
Yes.
How can you make Nigeria a great nation when children are not going to school?
That's a big question.
Education and ensure that putting you forward. Sometimes you see children that are supposed to be in school, they will be roaming the street and moving up and down. And I want to use this as a need to sleep. Because there are students that are flying the road around AS Mohammed and are not going to that area.
Yes. Yes.
I'm urging the Commissioner of Work on the Plateau to please those protective iron around Soringoda AS Mohammed Bridge.
Yes.
This is a fault because of students that always try that one is 12 o'clock. You see students 1, 2 o'clock. You see students flying their road up and down. You see trailers and a lot of stuff.
All right.
Please, they should make this result. We make Nigeria will be great again. Not as the song we do, we can make Nigeria a great nation. And we make this nation a great nation. Let our leaders prioritize education and ensure that the subsidy on education be removed.
All right.
Thank you, and God continue to bless you for your video.
Thank you so much, Mr. Deomi, calling us from Bauchi Road here in Jos, North Plateau State, Nigeria. 07032353315 is the studio line, and I'm sure you would want to be a part of it. I'll be very happy if I get to read from you or get to hear from you. Okay, let's take a ride to see what we have on our Facebook page. This one is from Emmanuel Marie Audu. He's saying, good morning, Unity FM, watching you live from Kampala and Rukuba Road. Our own Kampala and Rukuba Road here. Thank you, Emmanuel Marie. Another one is from Maman Aliyu, and she's saying, good morning, Unity FM. Thank you, Mama Aliyu. Good morning, Kobe. Morning, Professor B. Bamayi, and mornings to the guest in the studio. Happy Children's Day to our sons and daughters as well as their parents. May God continue to bless and increase their knowledge. I say amen to that. And it's coming from Muhammad Tajuddin from Naraguda. Thank you, Muhammad Tajuddin. Okay, and this one says, good morning, Mr. Kobe, Professor, praise, increase, Bamayi, and your guest. Really, if you secure the child, you secure and save the nation. Oh, I think I really get this well. Happy Children's Day, including myself worldwide. Thank you at Ismail Isa Jos. Thank you, Ismail Isa. So we have to secure them, because only when we do that, that we are certain of the future of this country. Another one says, good morning, Kubi. Professor, guest in the studio. I'm watching you live from Ricos and Cementi. Happy Children's Day. I wish more wisdom and knowledge with the children in the world. Thank you, Aminu Abdullahi Shuaibu. And again, I have this one, the Bernard Ziongo Sokoto is watching live. And this is lovely. Thank you so much for that. You can also send your text messages to 0808-478-9999. Time is not on our side. I will appreciate if you find it worthy also to be a part of it. Okay, text message. The first one here says, good morning, crew. Please help me. Okay, tell your guest. Level 12 in local government staff on the plateau and 50K per month. Imagine someone on grade level 3, right? What will 50K do on his inflated annulment? Okay. And then Yusuf from Tudun Weather, I think, well, I pray I got that well. And another one here is saying, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kulbi.
Thank you for calling.
My name is Abdurrahman. I'm calling from Karole.
Thank you for calling, Abdurrahman.
Mr. Kulbi.
Oh, it's a drop call for Abdurrahman, and he was just about to tell us what he was calling for. We apologize, it's not from our end. And a text message here said, good morning, Unity FM, and happy Children's Day. Kudos to the guest in the studio. Most especially praise increase Obamayi. He made a wonderful presentation. Once again, happy Children's Day. Live in peace. Plateau State, Nigeria, Africa. Daniel Adam Deladi, Carbon Satellite Market. One man, one farm. One woman, two farm. You know, Mr. Lawrence, you know, it's been said that what a man can do, a woman can do even better. And so, in terms of farming, let's have 2 farms for a woman and 1 for a man. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. You are live on air.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm there by name. Very, very appreciate your program.
Thank you. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I come from Lepo.
Okay, it's good to have you. Thank you, Joy.
Okay, bye.
Any more? It's like Joy is a first-time caller, and she seems not to be getting it clear from my own end. Thank you for calling anyway. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Could be Abdurrahman back on the line.
Back on the line, Abdurrahman. Let's have you in a minute, please.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. So, permit me to ask you your context. I'm supposed to communicate you when you left the studio. So, indeed, happy children could be.
Yes.
So, concerning the issue of the children, so I wish my children to be fulfill their future plans.
All right.
So that is only what I want to say.
All right.
So please, could be supposed to flash me by on this number. So when you let study, I want to communicate with you.
Please, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Maybe I was not able to get that. If you, Abdurrahman, if you're still there and you're tuned to this station, you can just help me call, because I doubt much if I'll be able to get your line from the various many calls that are in for this phone. Just call the SMS line and we'll be able to talk. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kuti.
Thank you for calling.
It's Mohammed Koledia.
All right.
I want to say my thoughts. Regarding the trust story, the trust story.
All right, please. Okay.
If you could all remember the first instance, they didn't have how did they used policies to bring it.
Okay.
So that they were shaking from the time. All remember that's where the issue started.
Okay. Okay.
You should allow the you should allow the kingmakers to do they should have not interrupted with the kingmakers. Allow them to follow the due process and select the person that is rightful for this to come.
All right.
We will have no notice.
All right.
All
right. Thank you for sending in your submissions. It started all the way from Konkoso, according to him, and then it's coming again and again. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning.
Thank you. You are live.
And guest in the studio.
It's good to have you. Your name?
My name is Damien Zhang from Rukuba Road.
All right, the man from Rukuba Road. You don't have shoulders. Your road doesn't have shoulders, right?
I just want to wish Mary and Prince happy Children's Day to all children all over the world.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, a text message here. Good morning, gentlemen. Allah says in the Quran, all you who believes protect yourselves and your families from the fire of hell. A person can protect himself and his family from the hellfire by giving his wife and children good education, both Islamic and Western trained the wife and the child in a good way, and avert the family from doing evil. The Prophet says, you are all caretakers and you would be questioned in what you have been given to take care of. Therefore, the parents would be questioned on how they handle their children on the judgment day. Ibro Eto Ricos. Thank you, Ibro Eto Ricos. And again, another one is good mornings to you all. Happy Children's Day. This government don't care about human development and food security. What we are experiencing in terminals and other places is just a lack of human development and food security. You wake without anything to eat and nothing to offer to your kids. Eunice from Tudunwada, thank you for sending that. I love that submission to look into it. Well, is an issue to look into. Happy Children's Day to all Nigerians children. IBB Tello, thank you IBB Tello. I think we'll just round up anytime soon. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sadiq Umar. I'm calling from
Okay, Sadiq Umar, you have a minute. Go on, please.
I want to select the question I have. You are speaking very, very well. And we have talked much more on the issue of child rights in Nigeria and its
okay.
You see, it is a very, very good one that all hands must be on deck to take care of our children because everyone was one child.
Yes.
And when it comes to taking care of children, I think when hands must be on this picture of these students.
Yes.
But you see, the government has played its role when it comes to taking care of students. But you see, in this past administration for the past 8 years, as the just have stated, I think this for the administration, they have done a lot of bad and wrong in terms of taking care of the education. So you see, with the coming of Barrister Caleb Woodward, we have seen a move that makes the education aspect with all these kind of schools were inspected. All the public and the private schools were inspected. And measures have been taken, and we know that government they are just coming. So you see, there is a lot of time that we give the governor, but we are very, very sure what the governor has started, the assurance that the government has a very good system of education, and especially promoting child acts in Nigeria and even the right of the child. And those in our community have to contribute, especially our orphans. Most of these orphans, you see, they are living a very, very hard life because they don't have anybody to advise them to take care of them. Let the day like this, let the parents take some students, those kind of opponents happening so that they can elaborate and their children will be among. Thank you very much, God bless.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Sadiq Umar, for also joining us on today's edition of Unity Train. And on Sadiq Umar, we have come to the end of the show for today. Before I leave the studio, I would give Comrade Lawrence a little time so that he would be able to give us his parting words even as he responds to some of this. I need also to be able to appreciate Honorable Mrs. Nancy Plangan Ivenia. She's a mother and she's celebrating our children even today. She has been there all out supporting the special program that we have for our children on this very station. It's coming up later on at 10 to 11 a.m. We're going to be having children from not less than 7 different schools, and not less than 20 children probably will be on air. And so I beg that you will stay tuned and enjoy the special program put together by Unity FM and TV for our children later on at 10 to 11 a.m. But before then, Mr. Lawrence, let's hear from you as you respond.
Thank you, viewers, and thank you, Unity FM, for giving me this opportunity to come here and talk for the first time. I'm so much privileged.
It's an honor.
A very big opportunity to see some key issues, and hearing from the text messages and from the voice call. I'm very sure that people are ready, are yearning for change.
Yes.
And people are not after the change of the Nigerian national anthem, but to see that children's rights are respected.
Children's rights are respected.
We'll continue to push out this and always continue to give us your own support. As I earlier said, tomorrow come out and support us again at the Secretariat Junction to speak on some certain right, marking the National Day of Mourning and Remembrance, to remember our parents, children that were killed by armed conflict. Please come up and join us together. We shall make Plateau State a better place, a very suitable place, that it will actually be called a home of peace and tourism. So that once if there is peaceful coexistence, if there is justice, there will be peace.
If there is justice, there will be peace.
Yeah,
I love this.
So let's continue to push in for justice system.
Right.
Both Islam, Christianity, they worship the God of justice and righteousness. Let's all come together and ensure this justice is well promoted.
The God of justice.
I am so much proud of you. I can see this young boy coming up to be an activist too.
Yes.
Maybe after he said a lot.
Yes.
I'm so very proud of that.
All right, thank you. President Chris, any word as we leave the studio this morning? You want
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
For the first time,
all right,
to discuss some key things, and we're still calling on everyone tomorrow to support us. Let's take the cause. Everyone is yearning for justice in the state. With the comments and also the calls we've had, I think tomorrow is the National Day of Mourning and Remembrance. Let's meet at the Secretariat Junction together. Let's move, have a walk for justice.
Okay.
And justice is one of the key things that promote peace. Like I said, we all worship the gods of justice and righteousness.
Thank you so much. And with this, we've come to the end of today's show, Unity Train on radio. Praise, thank you. Lawrence, thank you so much. The program continue for children later on at 10 to 11 a.m. So please be there. Thank you, our mother, Honorable Mrs. Nancy Plangnan Ivenya, a mother of justice and a lover of children. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained.